You'll find life out there in the galaxy and save life here at home. And you'll show us that in the end, no matter what, it's really all about love and respect for yourselves, for one another, and for our world. We have come a long way together, and as we all continue on, I will always carry your hearts with me. I will carry them in my heart. Thank you.
Malhu? Where do I begin? You've been the comic relief throughout my 5 years at Logan. You always know how to say the wrong thing at the wrong time and still make everyone laugh. Whenever I needed your help, you were there for me, and through a barrage of perverted comments, we could figure out my problem, whether it be concerning math, writing, or animal husbandry. I wish you and Henrietta health and happiness. Thank you. My years at Logan have been by far the most meaningful and influential years of my life.
There's something rather sobering about pivotal events like this. You always think that your actions are going to speed up and time is going to slow down, and that events like this will never ever happen. Well, standing here before you, as I prepared, giving you this speech, I can see that this is not true. The big things in life do happen whether or not you want them to. Hopefully one day I'll grow up to be whatever it was I've always wanted to be. But for now, at least, I want to remain as small as I ever was. I want to remember back to when I was as small as I ever was. I remember when one of my jobs as a kindergartner was to make my own addition and subtraction problems, using blocks that had certain values. I took all the blocks out of the cabinet and did the biggest mathematical operations I was sure ever existed. Everyone else, unfortunately, had to wait for me to be finished before they could do their math work. I remember when I tried to write as big and exciting a book as I could. I ended up with 56 pages. Not many of them made sense. I remember heading off to lunch with my friends, getting milk, and opening up on the wrong end just to discuss what all the different labels and clock shapes meant. We knew they meant something important. We just didn't know what. I remember making a life-size model of the brain with my dad and frying it in the oven. I remember complaining to my mom, "Iowa? I have to do an assignment on Iowa. Nothing there is interesting, it's all boring." Only to have my mom get me on the phone with one of her old friends, who happened to be from Iowa. I remember when I got a little older, and I had little buddies. I remember wondering if I was ever as silly or smart as they were. I remember going on stage for a Logan play with my costume on backward. I remember naming all these teeny tiny little pumpkins fantastical things, and then wondering why I couldn't remember them all years later. I remember kissing a dolphin on the forehead, thinking it would like it a lot better than a kiss on the lips. It didn't. I remember marrying a chicken, and the many scandals that ensued. I remember watching a certain teacher of mine playing monkeys at her students while describing how 12-inch rulers reproduce in the same breath. I remember all these things, and if there's one last, hopefully reasonable thing I can ask of Logan, it's this: don't let me forget anything. Sure, I might go on to sit on top of the world, but if I do, you should remind me that Lil, if anything at all, did more to get me there than Logan did. I think I'll just leave it at that.
Max Burkhardt.
And our blessings. And thank you for your time here. May I present the class of 2007.